You get resisted arrest.
I did not do anything.
Yes, you did.
I did not do anything.
That's all right. It's on camera.
You have to identify yourself.
How many cops are here?
You're gonna be in the back of my
swear
patrol car in a couple of seconds if you don't give me your ID. How about that?
Stop.
I got a prosthetic leg.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get up, sir. Come on.
Cops are supposed to protect us from crime and uphold justice, right? But what happens when they abuse their power? Get ready, because these are some of the most shocking stories of dirty cops who thought they could get away with it, that is, until they got overpowered by 180 IQ citizens who refused to back down.
You're under arrest at this point if you're refusing. Yes, you are.
For what?
For wearing the mask in public.
Let me see that. What it says.
You might want to read it again.
No person.
On October 31st, 2024, what started as a harmless Halloween celebration quickly spiraled out of control. A local journalist, simply wearing a mask like countless others, became the target of police aggression. Led by Officer Boots, these officers chose to selectively enforce the law, singling him out without cause. Instead of maintaining order, they escalated the situation. But trust me, this nightmare was only beginning.
Did you get the number groups for the call service out there?
You talking about for the end?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Can I get that?
I didn't get it. But you're going to have to remove y'all's mask.
What?
For the state law that I was telling you about. I asked you to Google it. So you can remove your mask or you'll be charged $500 fine. And if you fail to identify, you go to jail. No, I'm not asking you to leave. You can stay all you want, but you can take this mask off.
Well, we're not doing that.
Then you can be arrested.
No, we can't.
Yes, you are. It's against the law.
You can ask us to leave.
You're under arrest at this point if
No,
you're
we're not.
refusing. Yes, you are.
For what?
For wearing the mask in public.
Let me see that. What it says.
You might want to read it again.
The journalist, hoping to defuse the situation, offered to leave the police station peacefully, but the officers refused. Even the documents Officer Boots handed over lacked any justification for the arrest. Instead of admitting their mistake, Boots twisted the situation, treating the journalist's questions as resistance. Determined to assert dominance, he escalated matters further. And when authority is abused, the outcome is always disastrous.
No person. Defense of the breach of the peace. See?
No, it's not fine.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Let me get my ticket book. I can see how this is going to go.
The journalist calmly pointed out that the station's own code of conduct restricted mask wearing only on private property, proving there was no legal basis for his arrest. But Officer Boots couldn't care less about the rules he swore to uphold. This wasn't about the law or truth, it was about control. These officers weren't interested in justice. They wanted to flaunt their power, and their abuse of authority didn't stop there.
And that says private. That says in private.
Public.
That said right there. I suggest you go read it.
I
again,
suggest
sir.
you come to court when
I
you get your
suggest you go read
citation.
it again before you make a mistake,
No,
Mr. Boots.
I'll take that mistake. I
Oh,
need your
what?
ID.
There is no ID.
Then you're under arrest. You don't provide your information.
I don't have to take. It says in private. It says right
Read
there in
it
a
again.
private venue during a demonstration.
Read it again.
I'm not doing it.
You didn't read the prior part.
Go get it. No, I did read the
Read the
prior
prior
part.
part,
I
where it
read
says
the
in
prior
public.
part. I read the prior
I'm not
part.
going to argue with you.
I read, and I am not committing a crime.
Do you want to be arrested
I
or
am not committing a crime.
The journalist, fully aware of his constitutional rights, made one critical mistake. He reminded the officers that they worked for him. While this was both his freedom of speech and an undeniable truth, it bruised the egos of Officer Boots and his colleague. That single statement was enough to push them over the edge. What happened next was both shocking and predictable.
You are. You're wearing a mask in public.
No, I'm not. I'm wearing a mask in public.
In
Yeah,
public.
that's not illegal.
It is.
Fifth
I
Amendment.
just showed you.
Fifth Amendment.
Fifth Amendment
Fifth
doesn't have
Amendment.
anything to do
Yes,
with
it
that.
does. Fifth Amendment
I'm
has
not
everything
asking
to
you
do.
whether
I have
you're
all
innocent or
right to
guilty.
conceal my identity. I'm
No,
not in
you
the
don't.
commission of committing a crime, sir. I would suggest
If you're
you
gonna
go
fail
read
to
it.
identify,
I suggest you go
identify
read it,
yourself.
sir.
No,
I
sir.
suggest you go read it, sir.
No, sir, I already have.
I would, again, because it says in private.
You
It
didn't read
says
the
in
flyer
private.
part.
Get it, sir. Go get it. Go
Oh,
read
you're
it
not
again.
gonna tell me what to
Go
do.
read it
I'll
again.
just
You
arrest you
work
now.
for me, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how I work for you.
You work for me.
Yep.
I don't think so.
I do think so.
You're not allowed to touch me.
I am
did
allowed to
nothing.
touch you. You
I
are under
did nothing,
arrest.
sir.
You are under
For what?
arrest.
Get your
for
hands
wearing
off
a mask in public.
Wearing a mask in public is not a crime.
It is. I
It's
just
not a
showed you.
crime.
I just showed
That
you.
is
It's
not
a
a crime. That is not a crime.
Resisting arrest
Making a
is.
mistake.
Can you believe the police actually arrested the journalist? It's obvious that this wasn't about the mask. Others at the station were also masked, yet not a single warning was issued. The selective enforcement made one thing clear. The arrest wasn't about upholding the law. When cops like these don't have a reason to arrest someone, they'll simply invent one.
He is making a mistake. This is
Put your hand behind your back.
Read it right there.
Put your hand behind your
It
back.
says in private,
Do you
sir.
want to go to the ground?
It says in private, sir. It says in private, sir. I'm reading, and it says in private.
No person over.
Put your hand behind your
I
back.
am reading the thing. It says right there, you just highlight, it says right there.
Put your hand behind your back. You're getting
person-
resisting
Why?
arrest also.
I am not resisting arrest.
You
This is
are. You're not
unlawful.
putting your hand behind
This
your
is
back.
unlawful.
It's not
This is
unlawful.
unlawful.
We showed you the
This
law,
is
sir.
unlawful.
I showed you the law, sir.
Right there.
Sir, put your hand behind your back. Put your
It
hand
says
behind your
right
back.
there,
Apparently you didn't read the whole thing.
I read the whole thing, and it says in private.
You're fixing to go to the ground.
It's not.
Yes. Put your hand behind your back.
You best not.
You're getting resisted arrest.
I did not do anything.
Yes, you did.
I did not do anything.
That's all right. It's on camera.
I did not do anything. And you hurt my wrist.
And the worst part, Officer Boots refused to admit that he was wrong. Maybe deep down he realized it, but his ego wouldn't let him back down. Even more shocking, he didn't seem to understand or care about the difference between private and public property. A cop who doesn't know the law yet insists on enforcing it is a dangerous combination. And unfortunately, this was far from over.
Not my fault. You're the one resisting.
Hurts. My wrist hurts. I'm not doing anything wrong, man.
Yes, sir, you are.
It says, my left wrist is hurting. My left wrist is hurting.
Well, if you wouldn't resist, it would have gone a lot better.
I didn't resist anything.
Yes, you did.
Piece of paper.
Yes. That's all right. It's on
I am
camera.
reading a piece of paper.
You
are
got
making
your
a
camera.
huge mistake. You are making a huge mistake.
Okay.
Read where it says, you're hurting my wrist, this left wrist, bud. I'm bleeding.
He's trying to fix it.
I'm trying to.
Fix it. Like, do you want me to get the, Here, let me get the backpack on. It's okay, we got it. It's alright, is that a little
Did
bit
you see where it
better?
says the private?
Have you noticed how when cops have no real reason to make an arrest, they always fall back on resisting? It's like their go-to excuse for everything. And guess what? Officer Boots was no different. When he couldn't justify his actions, he slapped the journalist with a resisting arrest claim. But we both know this wasn't about resistance. It was about proving his tiny authority.
I'm not, I just came in.
Yeah, you just failed to.
Public roadway.
Oh,
This is not-
wait a minute.
Or
I'm
public.
in a public place.
You're in a public place.
It's alright, let
Ah,
me
God,
take
dude,
the
I am not
backpack off.
resisting.
It's okay.
You already
Not
resisted.
I know I did not.
Yes.
No, I did not.
It's on camera. That's okay. You got your camera too,
I
don't
did
you?
not
I
resist.
can't get that off.
I'm hurt.
Yes.
I can't get that off.
I am hurt.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, but I am hurt. I did nothing wrong. Look, it says. No
All right,
person
listen.
may shall appear or enter upon any
Wait,
lane, walk,
you
alley,
need
street,
to I got
road,
you.
or public way or highway of this state, or upon
I don't
public
wanna
property
cut
of
it,
the state, or any municipality of the court in this state while wearing a mask or device that was concealed with identity, nor shall any such person demand entrance or admission into the premises. And this is funny, this is Halloween too, guys, everybody.
Yes, you're really a trick or
Note that,
treater.
this is Halloween.
As if the illegal arrest wasn't bad enough, Officer Boots took it a step further by mocking the journalist for wearing a Halloween mask. It was clear this wasn't about that Halloween mask or the law. It was about punishing someone who dared to challenge his authority, even for a moment. But if you think this was the worst of it, brace yourself. Officer Boots wasn't done just yet.
Yes, you're a trick-or-treater.
So, hey, anyone nor shall any person while wearing a mask or device conceal his identity participate in any meeting demonstration upon the private property.
There we go.
Unless
Put your hand behind your back.
he has first obtained written permission. And this is see that's in the commission of committing a crime, bro. I'm not committing a crime.
You are. You're wearing a mask in public.
That's not a crime.
This is a public building, and it is.
That's not a crime.
Well, then you'll have a court date where you can explain that to the
That
judge.
is not a crime.
Okay.
Here, take this camera.
Is this yours?
That is
Oh, no, we're going to keep that for evidence.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's fine.
And I'll give you a custody form for that.
The journalist kept repeating that he hadn't done anything wrong, and he was right. But it didn't matter. Officer Boots wasn't interested in facts or fairness. He was playing by his own made-up rules. It's almost as if wearing a badge gives some cops the illusion that they're above the law. Instead of protecting rights, they trample straight over them. And if you think this abuse of power stops here, you're in for a rude awakening.
Should be a PR. I
No.
did nothing.
It'll be a cash fine.
I did nothing.
Yes. Okay.
Nothing.
Come on.
It's a cash fine?
Get my ticket book,
Yeah,
Chief.
give me my backpack, please.
Well, it would have been a cash fine until you decided to resist
I didn't
arrest.
resist anything.
Yeah, okay.
I did not resist.
That's why it's on your camera and
I
mine,
did
right?
not resist.
Right.
I did not resist.
No, not at all.
No, it's unlawful. You know what that means?
Yes, I know what you did is unlawful. That's why I was
do a damn
trying.
thing wrong.
No, you
I did
did.
not do a damn thing wrong.
Wearing a
Bubba.
mask in public.
That is not illegal.
It is.
That
We
is
just
not
showed you the
illegal.
statute.
That is not illegal.
We just
buddy.
showed you the statute,
That
sir.
is a statute. That goes against
That's
my Constitution.
the law.
Right? No, the law is the Constitution. The
Yeah.
law is the Fifth Amendment.
No,
I have
the law
rights to
is
conceal my-
16.
Not only did the police arrest the journalist without cause, blatantly disregarding his constitutional rights, the very ones they swore to protect, but they took things further by illegally searching him. No warrant, no justification, just pure abuse of power. It's as if their oath meant nothing. What followed was an abuse of authority so blatant, it's hard to imagine it could get any worse. But it does.
When you're, that's during the commission of a crime, Bubba.
You were in the commission of a crime.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. You were wearing a mask, and I asked you politely to take it off.
Information Act request is not a crime, and you turn that
I
off.
told
that's
you.
illegal.
I didn't turn it off.
Turn my camera off.
I ain't touched your camera to turn it off.
These butts, this is the illusion. You understand, man? Like I did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I'm trying
hold
to
on.
get you guys to avoid a lawsuit.
Yeah. You might want to think about yourself.
It's an illegal search and seizure that I don't.
No, because you're under arrest. It's not unlawful when you're under arrest.
You're breaking constitutional law.
No, I'm not.
Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, you have the right to remain silent. You might want to use it. It's not an illegal search and seizure. You are under arrest. No, sir, you're under arrest.
This is illegal search and seizure.
No, sir.
I mean, you're making a mistake, Bubba.
I'll take that chance.
I was filming in public.
Yes, you were. Wearing a mask.
You're gonna take that chance.
The number of police officers gathered around the journalist was straight up absurd, enough to make anyone wonder, was this really necessary? All this commotion over a simple Halloween mask, while real crimes were happening elsewhere in the city. Instead of protecting the community, these officers were wasting their time and resources targeting a journalist who hadn't even broken the law.
Yeah, I'm going to take that
You're an
chance.
oath breaker, Bubba.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and have a seat.
You are an oath breaker.
Yep.
You are.
And you're a lawbreaker when you're not
I did
wearing
not
a mask
break
in
no
public.
damn law, dude.
You're wearing a mask
Breaking
in
the law,
public.
there has to be a person who's being hurt. And
We
I am
are.
not hurt. And you are
Yep,
a public
the state.
servant.
The
you are a
state.
public servant.
Chief, I need my radio out of my office.
Hey! Come on, man. Come on, Boo.
Come on, nothing.
Come on, Boo. Boo.
Encouraged by the support of his colleagues, Officer Boots seemed to revel in the arrest. You could almost see the smug satisfaction on his face, as if this abuse of power made him feel invincible. But what he didn't realize was that he had targeted the wrong person. This journalist wasn't just any citizen. He was smart, determined, and unwilling to back down. Soon, this would become a textbook case of dirty cops who got overpowered by intelligent citizens.
Whoa. Come on, man.
Hey, this is Boots. I'm 67 one-time Whiskey Mike from the PD. Be 17 to BCDC.
Come on.
It'll be wearing a mask in public and resisting arrest.
I did not resist arrest.
It's on camera, that's fine. It's on yours and mine.
Yeah, there was no resisting, bud.
Yeah, okay.
There's no resisting. There is no resisting.
You can explain that.
Yeah, there is no, Passively?
No, not passively.
Definitely passively. Trying to read a piece of paper.
Nope.
Yeah, trying to read a piece of
I
paper.
need a case number also. And at this time, he's failing to provide his identification.
That's right.
If you thought this fiasco would end once the journalist was arrested, think again. For Officer Boots, the fun was just getting started. What came next was a radio conversation with his fellow officers, where he twisted the story to paint himself as the hero and the journalist as the villain. It was a desperate attempt to justify his actions, but as you'll soon see, the truth has a way of exposing him.
So I'm taking him to BCDC, and there'll be a hold until he identifies himself. Yeah, just hold all that in the Times for me, please. Thank you, ma'am. All right, bye. Asked you nicely to take your mask off. Told you, advised you it was against the law, and you said, I'm not taking my mask off. It is. We showed you the law.
Dude, that is an ordinance.
No, that is not an ordinance.
Bubba.
Ordinance is not a
3
16.
3 years of telling us to wear a mask. 3
Exactly.
years.
Is that a COVID
3
mask?
years. It very well could be.
It couldn't.
Very well could be.
No, sir, it
Yes, sir.
isn't.
Very well could
Yeah,
be.
that
It doesn't
protects your
matter,
breathing
sir.
system.
It really doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Because I'm not committing any crime.
Right.
I'm not hurting any people.
Yes,
I'm not
okay.
filming in public.
Yep, wearing masks. We keep getting calls
And it's
about people wearing
Halloween.
masks.
It's Halloween. Do you
You're
know
a
what
trick-or-treater?
ridiculous looks?
On the ride to the station, Officer Boots kept mocking the journalist, ridiculing him for dressing up for Halloween, calling it childish and pathetic for someone his age. But the irony here was completely lost on him. The real joke wasn't the journalist, it was Officer Boots himself. His petty power trip and blatant disregard for the law made him the only one worthy of ridicule.
Do you know how ridiculous this looks?
Do you
on
know how ridiculous
Do you know
you
how
look at
ridiculous
this point?
This looks on you.
No.
It's Halloween, bud.
It's
You
on
should've thought
you.
about this, man.
No, you should have thought about it.
No,
Halloween
no.
doesn't start until 6 tonight.
It's Halloween.
And you're a little old for a trick-or-treater.
It's Halloween. It doesn't matter, brother.
You're right, it doesn't.
Matter. It really doesn't matter.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Well, I know. Well, I mean, we're arguing in court. You're going to lose.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, bud.
All right.
This is not going to look good for you.
I really hope it doesn't.
You really hope
I hope it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's great.
All right, yeah.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, I can be sarcastic just like you.
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Mhm.
That's outstanding. It's all right.
It is.
I'll be out tomorrow, brother.
Don't think so.
Why is that?
Resisting arrest.
I didn't resist.
Yeah, okay.
Did not resist, bud.
Right, okay. That's why it'll be on camera.
Yeah, I did not resist. I'm telling
Right.
you. Out filming in public.
Yeah. Wearing a mask in public.
This is-
All you had to do was pull your mask down. That's all I asked.
And that's, dude,
That's all I
that's
asked.
all we did.
No, you
We didn't
didn't.
have to.
Yes, you did.
We don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't, bud.
Yes.
We
You might
really
want
don't.
to. You might
We
want to
really
contact
don't.
an attorney.
We really don't.
You might want to
We really
contact an
don't.
attorney.
We really don't.
Okay.
Officer Boots was so caught up in his delusions that he actually believed he was in the right. Maybe he even managed to convince himself that the journalist had broken some law. But what he didn't see coming was the fallout. His smug confidence would soon crumble when this case blew up on social media, exposing every detail of his misconduct. His power trip was about to backfire in ways he never expected.
We really don't, Bubba.
I showed you the statute that says you do.
We really don't, Bubba. You just violated my constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Fifth Amendment.
Okay.
And Fourth Amendment.
Yeah.
You did.
I did. All I did was ask you to take your mask off.
Fourth and Fifth Amendment.
Not when you're under arrest.
No,
I can't have
Fourth
an
and Fifth
ability to
Amendment.
search.
Under arrest for what? Wearing a mask
I already,
in public.
exactly.
That's not a crime, man.
It is a crime. I already showed you it's a
That's
crime.
not a crime.
Okay.
I don't care what that shit says. That is not a crime.
Yeah, okay. That's why it's in the law book, because it's not a crime.
That's not a crime.
Okay.
So all you cops that are out there wearing masks and shit, it's a crime for y'all to be wearing masks in public, right? I see it all day long.
When?
I see it all day long. The cops
Yeah,
wearing
okay.
masks all, in the courtrooms and everything. That's
Wearing
illegal.
masks?
That's
When?
illegal, right?
When?
Oh, you really messed up on this.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we wearing masks all the time. Like I'm wearing one now. You just can't see it, right?
You're messed up.
Yeah, okay.
You're messed up, Bubba. It's okay.
Okay. No. Yeah.
You messed up bad. It's okay.
Yeah. You won't be
messed
out
up.
tomorrow. You won't be out tomorrow. I hate to say it.
Well, make sure my body camera's good.
Oh, it's good. It's right here.
It's still rolling, right?
As far as I know.
Push the button, let me see.
No, I ain't touching it. I'm gonna let the battery run down. You told me not to manipulate your
and it's all
camera.
gonna be recorded.
Oh, it is.
And I'll get my gear back.
And it's right there. Yeah, you will when you're leaving jail.
If Officer Boots proved one thing, it's that he didn't know when to quit. The more he humiliated the journalist, the more his arrogance grew, as if he was feeding off his own misconduct. Every warning the journalist gave about his rights, about the law, was met with a smug laugh, as if it were all a big joke.
Oh, it is.
And I'll get my gear back.
And it's right there. Yeah, you will when you're leaving jail.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be leaving soon.
Okay.
Yeah, best believe that, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I did nothing wrong.
Okay. Central
It's gonna be a
102
great
B106
video.
out of BCDC.
You're gonna lose your job.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I need to, because I've done it for 23 years. I need to lose my job. Yeah, okay.
Just the way Officer Boots reacted when the journalist warned him he could lose his job speaks volumes about his character. He laughed it off, completely convinced he was untouchable, as if there were never any consequences for his actions. That kind of unchecked arrogance explains why he felt so emboldened to behave the way he did. But sadly, this wasn't the worst of it.
All you had to do is let me go.
All you had to do was take your mask off. You would have. Yeah.
I'll be still let go, Boots.
Yeah, okay. I'll be in court.
It's just like the last charge that they tried to stick on me. Dismissed, right?
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, you're next.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're next.
Yeah.
You're next, Bubba.
Yep.
You are.
I'll be waiting patiently.
And I'm gonna remove you.
Yeah, please.
I will remove you.
Please, I need a break.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna attach myself to your pension.
Okay.
I'm gonna attach myself to your
You
pension.
ain't gonna get much.
Well, that's
You
fine.
haven't seen my pension.
As long as you get less,
Yeah.
I will be happy.
Yeah, you won't be getting
As
much.
long as you get less, I'll be happy.
Yeah. And as long as you get jail time,
As
I'll
long
be
as
happy.
you get less, I'll be happy.
The way Officer Boots laughed at everything the journalist said was so irritating. It makes you wonder, who gave these cops so much confidence? And why do they believe they're untouchable even when they blatantly mess up? But no matter how clever Boots tried to act, his arrogance betrayed him. In a moment of pure stupidity, he accidentally confessed on camera the real reason he arrested the journalist.
And as long as you get jail time, I'll be happy.
Oh, as long as I get jail, you like
Yeah.
people's rights, you like
No.
freedoms.
No people that
For
resist
filming in
law
public,
enforcement. Nope.
Filming in
No,
public.
for wearing a mask in public.
You're wearing a mask in public? Oh,
Yeah.
what's up, folks? How you doing?
Yeah. You're
Wearing a mask in
trick-or-treater.
public?
And you're a
Do you
trick-or-treater,
know how
right?
ridiculous you sound, bro?
Are you a trick-or-treater?
You're a
Yeah, you're a
fucking
little
buster.
off-speed
You're a
tripper.
fucking buster.
Yeah, okay.
You're a bitch.
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
But where are you at?
That's fine. I'll be
Yeah.
out. And you're
Yeah.
gonna get a loss.
Yeah.
Your job.
Please. I need a break.
You are going to lose your job.
I need a vacation.
That video is getting ready to be posted.
Go ahead and have a seat on me.
That video is going to be posted.
I hope it is.
Oh, it is.
Show you how stupid you look.
How stupid I look.
Yeah. All you had to do was pull your mask down and you would have walked away. Nope.
I did nothing. I don't
Have a
have
seat
to.
on the
I don't
bench.
have to do
work with me.
Have a seat on the bench.
You work for me.
Officer Boots was a walking contradiction, and its behavior was embarrassingly unprofessional for a police officer. If he truly believed he was untouchable, he wouldn't have felt the need to argue with the arrested journalist. Yet even half an hour after the arrest, he kept defending himself, trying to justify his actions. This constant need to explain himself tells us one thing. Deep down, Officer Boots knew he had crossed the line.
Yeah, okay.
You work for me.
Yeah. And I don't pay taxes either, right?
No, you're a goddamn
Yeah, okay.
welfare recipient, bud.
Yeah.
You get taxes off the taxes that we pay.
Yeah, okay.
And then you pay taxes with off our taxes.
All right, have a seat on the
How does
bench.
that work?
Yeah.
I'll be fine right here, bud.
You're going to figure out that you don't run the show. Because you're going to tell them what you're going to do. I don't think that's going to go too good.
We do run the show.
Yeah, okay. That's why we got chaos in the world, right?
No, why we got chaos in the world? Because we can't trust fools like you. Because you do
Yeah.
things like us.
Yeah.
Like we did nothing wrong.
Hey,
Filming in
you
public
can't-
is doing nothing wrong. Wearing a mask
No.
in public is not wrong.
That is.
Now, wearing a mask in the commission of a crime?
No.
Yes, that is wrong.
Officer Boots was so full of himself that even when he realized he had gone too far, he refused to apologize or let the journalist go, which would have been the smartest move here. Instead, he doubled down, desperate to maintain his false sense of control. Deep down, he knew he was wrong. He had no evidence to justify his actions, and that guilt would soon come back to haunt him.
You didn't read the statute, apparently.
Look, wearing a mask during the commission of a crime is wrong.
Apparently you didn't read the statute.
I don't, dude. I don't have to. It's Halloween week, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
We're allowed to wear masks.
At 3 in the afternoon.
We're allowed to wear masks.
So you came to the police department to do what?
To
Trick
fill
or
out
treat?
To fill out a Freedom of Information Act request, which is what I did.
And you got to have a mask for
what
that.
I did, and I can wear a mask. I'm allowed to. It's just you don't like it. You
No,
don't
it's
like
against
it.
the law.
You don't like it.
gonna
Everybody
that
else was fine with it. You even left
Yeah.
me at the.
I did, and what did I tell
You
you?
left me at the damn
What did
scene,
I
and
tell
I was
you?
free to go about my day.
What did I tell you? You might want to
In
Google
the
it.
commission, yeah, look,
It doesn't say in the commission of a crime.
I'm not
Where's
trying
your,
to
your booking cards?
This dude, hey, again.
Where you put your booking cards now?
Hey, this dude's arresting me for wearing a mask in public here,
Yeah,
Lieutenant Neal.
which is against the law.
This is not a good thing.
Stop there, David.
According to the law, anyone over 16 is prohibited from wearing anything that hides their identity in private places without a special permit. It's a straightforward rule, likely created to prevent identity concealment in situations tied to criminal activity. You don't need to be a legal expert to understand it, but somehow, even simple concepts like this seem to confuse officers like Officer Boots. And when cops don't understand the laws they're supposed to enforce, chaos is inevitable.
This is not a good thing.
You have a pen?
Wearing a mask in public,
Yep.
okay? This is, now again, this is a violation of constitutional rights.
Yeah. Okay.
I've already begun the paperwork from the last time I was in here. I haven't turned it in yet, but that is already in the process of being turned in. Alright, I've already done my work on
Okay.
the Blackville Police Department too. You already know what
Yeah,
happened.
we're not the Blackville Police
Oh,
Department. I hate
and
to
that's
say.
fine, but again, you are fucking up because you
Okay.
violate my constitutional rights.
Yeah. Okay.
Fourth
That's your.
and Fifth Amendment. All I did
That's
was
your
come into
opinion.
the office,
Wearing a mask.
wearing a mask to do a freedom of information.
Why would you wear a mask to do a freedom of
Because I'm
information?
allowed to, bud.
No, you're
I
not.
am allowed to.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
You keep that stance.
I am allowed to.
You have a pen? Yes. Please, sir. Thank you.
Because if this is illegal, then everybody who's wearing a mask in the courtrooms, that's illegal too. So you're going to arrest every single one of them, right?
When have you seen somebody wearing a mask in the
courtroom?
courtroom?
All the time. Are you
When?
serious
During
right
COVID,
now?
maybe?
No, during now. Everybody's allowed
No,
to
nobody's
wear
wearing a
in
mask.
public, bud.
No.
You f***ed up, dude.
Yeah, okay.
You f***ed up, bud.
Okay.
Bad. I don't consent to any searches and seizures.
Too late, you're under arrest.
You know, unlawful.
No,
This man
okay.
still has the right to uphold my constitutional rights.
No.
Yeah, he does.
Officer Boots was certain this law justified his actions, but he missed a critical detail. A law prohibiting something on private property cannot be enforced against someone on public property like a police station. The sheer absurdity of treating a police station as private property shows just how clueless Boots was. If he genuinely believed this, it's clear he had no business wearing a badge and deserved to be permanently removed from the force.
Now, this is my bed. I want this back. 16-3-1085.
16-7-110, wear a mask in public.
You're allowed to.
Okay, argue that point.
No, well, I do got a little back in this pocket.
Now his bag hasn't been checked, so I don't know what's in the bag, any weapons or anything. Okay. Now when you're under arrest,
The
sir.
arrest is lawful, but it's really not.
Okay.
Filming in public.
Nobody arrested you for filming in public. You can do that all day
With a
long.
mask on?
Yeah,
There's
that's.
nothing wrong with this.
Keep arguing that point. I showed you the. I told you to.
Arguing that.
I told you to Google it. I showed you the statute, and you refused to take your mask off. That was the only thing you had to do. If you didn't refuse to do that, you refused to
I
identify,
wanted to
and you
read
resisted
the damn
arrest.
piece of paper. You wanted to arrest real bad.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's
all.
because you're violating the law right in front of me.
Because how is that violating the law, bro?
Because you're wearing a mask.
Wearing a
in
mask. Do
public.
you know how stupid you sound?
Do you know how stupid you look?
Do you know how stupid you sound right now?
I'm not going to argue with you.
Ironically, Officer Boots claimed he wasn't interested in arguing with the journalist, yet that's all he did from the moment they crossed paths. His tough guy act was nothing more than a flimsy facade. Every word he said was dripping with false confidence, but it wouldn't hold up for long.
So you'll have warrants coming for failure to identify, and you'll have warrants coming for
Failure to
resisting
identify
arrest.
the secondary offense.
And
That's a secondary offense. I
And?
broke the law, bud. I literally,
And?
I'm not. Breaking
Okay.
the law, you have to violate another
You-
person. I
no.
have not violated another person.
yeah, okay.
That's breaking the law.
That's why you have court.
That's breaking the law.
Yep. That's why you have court.
You can just pull it off.
What Officer Boots didn't know was that this journalist wasn't just any ordinary citizen. He was a free journalist with his own YouTube channel, and everything he did that day was part of a test, just to see how police officers respected citizens' rights at the station. It's clear that Boots took the bait. One thing's for sure, his actions were about to be exposed for the world to see.
I'll get that out of your booking.
Oh, how you figure that?
Because he's probably been here before.
Oh, but how do you figure you're gonna get it?
Because he's going to give it to me.
How?
All I got to do is ask.
You don't know who I am?
Yeah, okay. Well, then we'll just sit here until you identify yourself.
What? You think I have to just give everything?
You don't have to. You're just
You
going to
got,
sit
you
here.
got a
though.
3-day hold, right? 72 hours.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You might want to check into that.
I'm glad you think this is funny. You took my freedom from me
Yeah.
for nothing.
No, for wearing a mask in public,
For
but
nothing.
you refuse to
Dude,
take it off.
Who did I fucking hurt?
Does it
Who did I
matter?
fucking hurt?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it fucking does. Because
No,
you don't
not
know what
when
law
you're in
enforcement
public.
fucking is.
Right.
You have no clue what it is.
Okay.
You're a feeling fucking
And you're gonna
a
teach me?
bitch. Yeah, I will teach you.
Okay.
You need some fucking education.
Yeah, I do.
Officer Boots was slowly sinking in his own mess, clearly out of his depth against a journalist who not only stood his ground, but probably knew the law better than the officer himself. Desperation set in, and Boots began saying things that didn't even make sense, grasping at straws to keep control of the argument. But in his frantic effort to win, Officer Boots only dug himself deeper into trouble.
Yeah, everything's all right.
That's wonderful.
No, hey, just violate constitutional rights right now. Filming in public wearing a mask.
Yeah.
That's breaking the law.
No, not filming in public. Wearing the
Breaking
mask.
the law.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on film, dude. You
Exactly.
You're a fucking moron. It's on film.
Yeah, so is this.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. I'll
I don't
get back to
either.
you because I'm just better than that. It's a rule
Yeah, you're
5.
better than that.
It's a rule fucking 5.
You know what a Rule 5 is?
Yeah, I know what it is,
That
bitch.
means you can get
Discovery
this.
of evidence. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
to get that. I get your police report. The
And I
call
get your
data,
body camera,
everything,
too.
you fucking moron.
Yeah, I don't care if you get everything.
Idiot.
You're on camera wearing a mask in
I get to
public
get
and
all that.
refuse to
Yeah,
pull it
wearing
off.
a fucking mask, not hurting a goddamn soul on fucking Halloween, having a great day.
Yeah,
Enjoying my fucking day.
You're a trick-or-treater.
Enjoying. I don't need to be a fucking trick or treater.
Okay.
It's in the spirit of the holiday, you
Yeah.
stupid bitch.
You find out. Okay.
Oh, I'll find out. You're about to find
Yeah.
out. I'm about to have your pension.
The journalist, frustrated with Officer Boots' arrogance, finally lost his patience and started yelling at Officer Boots. This bruised the officer's fragile ego so badly that he decided to call for backup, even though the journalist was already in custody. This is so laughable how far some cops are willing to go just to assert their dominance.
The 4th and 5th Amendment, Bubba.
Okay.
Okay. Wait till these
All right.
videos get the fuck out. I'll sit here as long
Oh,
as
I hope so. I hope so.
I'll be out in days. Once the telephone calls start pouring in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once the telephone calls start pouring in,
Yeah.
you're done.
Please.
You're f***ed up.
Yeah, okay.
Wearing a mask. Look.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, Allah.
After his release, the journalist wasted no time publishing the video, exposing Officer Boots' disgraceful behavior for the world to see. But he didn't stop there. He also filed a lawsuit against Boots for the humiliation and wrongful arrest he endured. So, should Officer Boots be fired? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And let's move on to the next, even more shocking case. On February 6th, 2024, officers from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department responded to a call about a theft in progress on Causeway Boulevard. When they arrived, they found two brothers at the scene. Curtis Bailey calmly explained that he was the tenant of the property and that the owner was attempting to evict him. He clarified that while an eviction process had been started, he hadn't been served with a final eviction order. But as you might expect, things just didn't end there.
Sounds like a big city.
Let me check. I'm just gonna check.
Yeah, you want hang on one part real quick. Go with him real quick to get the phone so they can call the owner.
Yeah. So the owner, he barely thinks that he can do it without knowing to find off. We are the ones that lease that he's not. Let me see about calling it. Let's see if we can find it. It might be in this truck too.
File your ID?
The phone, the other phone. His other phone.
This is your shop?
Yes, currently it is until.
Since the owner couldn't confirm that an eviction order had been served and officers found no evidence of a crime, Curtis Bailey was released without charges. However, the situation took a sharp turn when officers decided to approach Curtis's brother, Alan Bailey, who was in another part of the property. What started as a routine check quickly escalated into something far more troubling. Stay tuned because this is where things get messy.
Either the eviction goes through or till we leave. And we're almost done leaving. We're getting the rest of our stuff. That's a customer's car and stuff. And so, bring my phone, bring the phone.
Do you have your ID with you?
I haven't broken the law yet.
Do you have your ID with you?
Of course I
Hey,
I'm walking over here.
No, you're gonna come over here. I'm talking to you here.
Okay?
Do you have your ID with you?
I do. I already answered that.
Can I please have it?
You asking or is it?
I am asking, yes.
All right,
I
until
mean, we're here in a call, so we gotta
I get
everybody.
that. I get that.
So can I please have your ID?
I'm respectively saying no at this point. Only at this point. Okay?
And why do you want? Do you not?
Why
wanna
do I
give me your
have
ID?
to?
Sir.
He's the one that owns
Sir.
the. Let me
Sir,
finish, please.
Sir. Oh, now, listen to
He's
me.
the owner of the. He's
Besides
the renter of the property.
Besides the story, what's your name?
Alan.
My name is Frank. David Diaz Rodriguez. You can read right here.
I would never be able to say that. But
It's
thanks.
Diaz Rodriguez. You can just repeat after me.
Diaz Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah, the Rodriguez.
Okay. Do you have an ID?
Of
You
course,
say you,
yes,
you
I
should
do.
Okay, can I please have it?
Alan calmly cooperated, giving Officer Francisco Diaz Rodriguez his name and age without hesitation. But for the officers, that wasn't enough. Officer Diaz Rodriguez demanded Alan show an ID or another form of identification. When Alan refused since he hadn't committed any crime or broken any law, the officers lost their cool. What happened next was a disturbing display of just how far some cops will go when their power is challenged.
Once we determine what's going on,
They are doing that part of this call. I'm doing this
I
part of the call.
I do not have to help you with your investigation. I
You
can
don't.
stand here, be quiet.
Okay.
And I'm not doing that. I gave
Okay.
you my name.
Okay.
Okay. I haven't committed a crime, at least not that I know of
Okay.
either. And that.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
60.
60.
Okay. So
Is that your car?
that's this is all his.
So all of these cars are his.
These two cars are his.
None of these cars
Let
here
me
are
finish.
registered to you.
Pardon?
None of these cars here are registered to you.
I'm not making out. None of these cars are what?
Registered.
Registered.
To you.
No, none of them are registered. Can I go get my drink? Just my drink? Right
Yeah,
there?
sure.
Officer Rodriguez's behavior was completely unjustified, especially after his brother had been cleared of all accusations. How could one brother be innocent, while the other one was treated as guilty for no reason? It's clear this wasn't about justice. This was about authority, and Officer Rodriguez was determined to assert his dominance. But as you'll soon see, his true colors were about to shine through in the worst way possible.
Okay, so I understand that you guys do your investigation and stuff like that. I myself is just here helping my brother out.
Okay, I understand
I have
that.
no other interest in this except that I heard him. When he found out, he came because the owner. I talked to him like 2 days ago. The owner. I was here picking up some stuff on a cart. It's somewhere around this corner here. And he told me a little bit what was going on, and stuff like that dealt with the situation. And I said, all I'm here is to help him get his stuff out of here, and stuff. And the owner said, fine, no problem.
Alan told Officer Rodriguez the same story as his brother, clear and simple, with no sign of any law being broken. But the officer wasn't interested in logic or fairness. Alan's refusal to hand over his ID was enough to bruise Rodriguez's ego. It was only a matter of time before the officer's frustrations boiled over.
He said, well, he's going to have people work on cleaning up the property or cleaning up the stuff inside. I go, great, no problem. And he says, I'm not going to call and have all this towed off or anything. You go, right? He says, is your brother going to give us the key? I go, I don't know. I don't know what's all going on. So we know that he started some stuff, but it has not been completed. We have not been evicted by his lawyer. His lawyer, he knows who his lawyer is. I don't know his name. Said that he checked on the dockets and see if there was anything, if a writ of possession was done yet. And he said, nope, it's not been done. You haven't got one delivered to you. And
The longer Alan talked, the more time Officer Rodriguez had to plot his next move. Alan's words didn't matter. His fate was already sealed in the officer's mind. Officer Rodriguez wasn't interested in justice. He was focused on punishing Alan for daring to disobey him. It was never about the law, only about proving who was in charge.
I said, nope, I didn't even know there was one coming. And the lawyer says, well, ouch, got a sliver. The lawyer said that you still have controlling interest of the property. Go ahead and cut the locks. And we cut one lock.
Your lawyer told you to do that.
His lawyer.
His lawyer.
Yep. Well, it's just like, this is a totally different situation, but it was still following the same scenario.
Right, right.
Okay. He had a lady that was living with him. She became violent and hit him and stuff like that. We called the police. Actually, I have the reference number on my phone, and he's got the card.
Some of you might think I'm exaggerating, believing Officer Rodriguez was listening to Alan's explanation. But don't be naive. His silence wasn't thoughtful. It was calculated and far more dangerous than any immediate action. If Officer Rodriguez had truly listened, Alan would have been released just like his brother. Instead, the officer had already made up his mind, and whatever happened next would prove just how little justice mattered in this encounter.
And so we said, well, she's being destructive. She hit him and stuff like that. And the cop said, well, do you want to press charges? No. I mean, it's not like she went like that. She just smacked. But either way, she's still hitting. And, she was drunk, and that was the other part why we figured not to get her in trouble, just because she had a little too much to drink. And so, but we needed a referee at the time. Anyhow, so Kurt asked, well, can I, lock the door? Because I don't want her to come in if she's going to be this way. And the cop said, if she lives here, then you can't lock the door. You can't do anything. If you do, she could break a window, and there ain't nothing anyone can do about it because it's considered her property. But this is the same scenario, just different owner. And so,
Do you have any property here?
say that again?
Do you have any property here in this premises?
Yeah, well, yeah, we do. Not me. My brother does. That's his truck.
Alan even shared personal details, including where he lives. But it didn't matter. Officer Rodriguez wasn't listening. Every question and response was mechanical, as if the conversation was just a formality. Poor Alan didn't realize his fate had been sealed the moment he refused to hand over his ID. Rodriguez wasn't looking for answers, he was looking for an excuse.
That's his frame that body that is supposed to go on. Okay. So, the owner, and this part here, a lot of this is just hearsay. I can only tell you what I was told. Okay, because I'm not into this at all.
Right.
Okay, so the owner told my brother that he was thinking of selling the property. Get that. And so a couple of people just came by to look at the property and stuff. But then out of the blue, the next thing we know, we're being told that we gotta move. Not me, he is. And so I live in Michigan. I came down to
So
help
is
my
he the
brother.
owner or not?
He's the leasing party. He
He's
leases.
the leasing party, okay.
So he's the leaser.
Where's your brother?
That's him there. The guy standing
brother
over there
right
in the black.
That's your brother.
Yeah. And so that's all. That's pretty much all I know is that he's the leasing party. The guy wanted us out. He was the only one was doing it. I came down to help him. We got more and more stuff out, but
Sadly, Officer Rodriguez couldn't see Alan's innocence, just like his brothers. Even after separating them, both told the same consistent story. To make it worse, Alan wasn't even involved with the property. He was simply helping his brother. But for Officer Rodriguez, none of this mattered. And unfortunately for Alan, the officer's ego would soon overshadow any sense of justice.
if there's an eviction, it hasn't gone to court, it hasn't been adjudicated or anything yet. That's my understanding by what the lawyer said earlier today.
Okay.
So this is all about what you guys always call it, a dispute between two parties.
Okay.
Civil.
You guys biological brothers?
Yeah,
Okay. Mother and father?
both the same.
Both. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna try to help in the best way we can. So,
Hey, I don't have a problem. I see. Just about everything I said to you is hearsay, because I got the information from my brother. I get the information from his lawyer, what I overheard, and what the guy told. Now, Chris, I believe the property owner's name, told me that we can come and get anything that we need to get off it. This was 2 days ago. And so then we come and you see the locks on there, we call the lawyer.
All Officer Rodriguez cared about was finding the perfect moment to demand Alan's ID yet again, as if repeating the question would somehow change the answer. The Fourth Amendment, designed to protect citizens' right to privacy and anonymity, clearly meant nothing to him. His ignorance of such basic rights weren't just embarrassing, it was dangerous.
So I don't know if he tried calling the lawyer, but Kurt's waiting for this phone so that he can call whoever it is he needs to call. Okay. So if you don't mind me giving him the phone so he can at least call whoever he's got to call.
You mind me getting your information, see if there's any injunction in the system that has anything to do with you? Can I have your information?
I won't be in the system at all about this. Again, I came from Michigan 2 weeks ago.
Do you have an idea with you? Can I please
Remember, I did say that I did.
Can I please have it?
I don't want my name mentioned in the
your
system or not.
Your name is not going to be mentioned.
You're going to call in and see if there's any wants and warrants for it.
That's not what we do. We document everything we do. Everybody will
well,
come in
then
contact
you can
with.
just document that right at the moment I'm a law-abiding citizen. As far as I know, I have not broken any laws.
Alan's second refusal to show his ID was the breaking point for Officer Rodriguez. From that moment, the officer began spiraling, making one mistake after another. What started as verbal threats quickly escalated into something far worse, a physical confrontation. Officer Rodriguez's frustration boiled over, and Alan, who, mind you, had done nothing wrong, was now facing a level of aggression no one should have to endure.
Don't plan on it, didn't plan on it, just doing what...
You are being uncooperative right now.
Well, I appreciate that you realize that, and just because I don't feel that I need to ID myself is not...
Do you have your ID on you, boss?
See, that's what he's saying.
And he's refusing, so he's going to be in handcuffs in a couple of seconds because...
I'm going to be handcuffed? You just got through saying that
I know who you are, you're not going to leave
That
here.
is not a reason to
I just told you
handcuff.
right now, until I know who you are, you're not going to leave here.
I'm not leaving here.
You have to
How many
identify
cops are here?
You're going to be in the back of my patrol car in a couple of seconds if you don't give me your ID. How about that?
All right, well, I'm going to start recording now.
Okay.
You are denying me the right to record? I got a prosthetic leg.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get up there, come on.
Give it, let me have it.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Put your hands behind your back. Oh, you want to act stupid.
No, my leg is falling off.
Okay.
God damn it, look at that, you fucking asshole.
Listen.
I'm
I'm going to say it one more time.
I will.
During the chaotic arrest attempt, Alan fell and his prosthetic leg came off. Any person would have shown compassion or at least paused to consider his condition, but not Officer Rodriguez. Instead, he seemed to use Alan's disability to his advantage, making the situation even more humiliating. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, another officer, a female cop, arrived just to escalate the situation further.
Okay.
I was showing you my leg fell off, and you didn't care.
You didn't have to do that.
I told you before I kicked it off that it was coming off.
Okay.
Now, I'll grab my leg, I'll put it on, and I'll stand up, please.
All right, so stand up.
Go back over there.
Thank
Use
you.
your leg.
Go.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're
Thank
helping
you.
him. We don't need you over here. Goodbye. That's great. You are too. We're trying to get his ID. I guess he's refusing identity.
Because I haven't broken the law.
Hurry up, put your leg on.
We're fine.
I didn't want it to spill out.
Put your leg on.
Listen, it didn't need to get to this level.
I didn't do nothing.
Focus on putting your stuff back on so we can continue what we're doing here, okay?
What,
All you-
violating my rights?
No, nobody's violating your rights.
Well,
All you
yes,
have to
because
do-
I haven't
Can I
broke-
finish talking?
No, because I haven't broken the law.
Okay.
Ironically, these officers claimed they were just doing their job, but trampling on people's constitutional rights isn't part of the job description, am I right? Officer Rodriguez wasn't just a terrible cop, he was straight up a terrible human being. But arrogance like his has a way of backfiring, especially when he's up against someone as sharp and determined as Alan.
You're asking.
I can only have to be
Okay.
verified myself
No.
if I break the law.
All right, hurry up. Put that
Yes,
stuff
it
on.
is.
Put it on. Hurry
It's a
up.
federal Supreme Court
Put it on.
ruling.
Hurry up. Put it on.
Yeah, what happened to you just got through saying that
Just
I
finish
was
putting-
being-
just finish
Hey,
putting-
I'm asking a question. I'm allowed to
you're
do
not
that.
asking the questions here.
I am
I'm
too.
asking the questions here. So
I
now,
don't have
so
to answer
before,
anything.
So before I got you up,
Alan, in an attempt to avoid further trouble, finally offered to show his ID. But Officer Rodriguez wasn't interested. He wasn't looking for a resolution. He was determined to make Alan's life miserable. Even when given a chance to de-escalate the situation, Officer Rodriguez chose to push it further, ignoring the potential fallout for himself. And as you'll see, his reckless arrogance would come at a heavy price.
I don't have to answer
before I
anything.
got you up, listen
I
to me.
plead the fifth.
Listen to me. Before I got you
I
up.
have a right to remain silent.
Okay, no problem.
See, I have no toes.
Nobody cares. Go, put it on.
That's right. Nobody cares.
Put it on. Put it on. Hurry up. I'm
Well,
trying to
that
help
is
you.
your
I'm
mandatory.
trying to help you, or you're gonna go to jail without no shoes and without no legs.
All right, put your foot in front of that, please. Go.
Do you have your ID with you for the last time? 'Cause
How
I'm-
many
I'm-
times? How many
The last
times?
time.
I told you I did.
You do. So are you gonna provide us with your ID?
Under threat of arrest, yes.
No.
I'm going to under threat of arrest.
Nobody's threatening.
Well, you just got. Don't. You're making me lose balance.
My man.
You're gonna make me lose balance.
Listen.
My pants are falling down.
Man.
Under threat of arrest, I will ID. If you're not going to arrest me, I refuse.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, we're here for a lawful reason.
That's right. Until I have broken the law
Okay.
and been
Okay. You're gonna go in the
What
car
is my?
because you can't
That's
listen.
fine.
You cannot listen to what we're
All right, let's go.
explaining to you.
Let's go. Sit in the car.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
The only person more infuriating than Officer Rodriguez was the female backup officer who appeared out of nowhere. It was clear she wasn't there to help, but to either take credit for Alan's illegal arrest or simply to feed her own ego by targeting someone who couldn't properly defend himself. Whatever her motive, one thing was clear. Her presence only made a bad situation worse.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Get my feet right.
You're doing a little too much.
All I'm doing is talking.
No, you're not. You're not doing anything that we've asked you to do.
You asked me to ID. I asked not to ID.
That's not how this works.
Yes, it is.
You're not gonna argue.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not arguing with you either. I refuse to. I said I will give you my ID under a threat of arrest. So if you want it, I will give it to you. No, I am not a sovereign citizen. It's my
Do you have any weapons
constitutional
on
right.
you? Do you have any weapons on you?
Really?
Do you have any?
No.
Do you have any drugs, any contraband, anything that should not be in the back of this car?
I have pain medicine
Other
because
than
I'm
that.
a no.
Okay.
So an awful search. You can pat me down, but you're not allowed to search me unless I'm under arrest.
Officer Rodriguez and the female officer showed no mercy. After the illegal arrest, they proceeded with an illegal search, completely ignoring Alan's rights. Alan, struggling to stay upright on one leg, was physically and emotionally drained. But the officers didn't care. Instead, they kept pushing, showing only the worst of what police abuse of power looks like.
That's my pain medicine in there. Don't. You're gonna. That's for when my leg shrinks because it's all about my legs right there. Those are called stocks or prosthetic. Ask me, I will move. No balance, I have no toes.
What's wrong with you, man?
I have no fucking toes. That's what's wrong with me.
Get up.
Very poor balance.
Get up. Get up. Bro, stand up, man. Stop making it.
Leg is
Okay, stand up so I can help you. Stand up.
The situation took an even darker turn when shortly after Alan's arrest, the officers muted their body cameras. This was a clear sign they wanted to align their stories and justify their unjustifiable actions. Their blatant attempt to cover up the illegal arrest was disgraceful. Alan has every reason to take legal action, and honestly, I hope in the end, these dirty cops will get overpowered by intelligent citizens who refuse to stay silent. You might think there's no way cops could be worse than this, but trust me, the next video will leave you even more shocked. Just when you think you've seen it all, some officers manage to sink even lower. Stick around because there's always another case that proves just how far some cops are willing to go.